What's up, my geeks? Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine. Today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of these. We're going to unbox them. These are the EZVIZ cameras. Next on Geek Tech Talk Live with Jeffrey Powers. How you doing? Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine, Think Magazine, Putting a Geek. You got me, and we got my socials, which are showing up right about here. That's how you can get a hold of me many different ways. Geekazine@gmail.com, of course. And we will go from there. We've got a couple products. First of all, I'm just going to kind of close this out so we don't have too much replication here. We're live and we're ready to go. So we're going to be talking about these two products right here. The first one is the EZVIZ, and we're going to switch over to this PTZ camera so you can see it. We've got the EZVIZ C1C home camera. As you can see, it's totally open, or not opened at all. So we got that. And then, of course, we've got the EZVIZ C6CN. This is a PT camera, not PTZ. PTZ is point tilt zoom. This is just point tilt, so a PT camera. And they're both at 1080p. And they both work. I've used EZVIZ. In fact, I remember catching EZVIZ at CES a couple years ago, and that's when I first got my first two products. I just realized I had the camera. I thought I had the camera sitting right here, and I have a home security camera that's running. That's now a couple years old, and it does great. In fact, it watches my front door. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox these two. We're going to set it up, and then I'm going to show you how it sets up onto the phone as much as possible, and go from there. First of all, let's take a look at these right now. We'll start with this one. This is the C6CN 1080p indoor pan tilt Wi-Fi security, 360 degrees. So these are both enabled for your Alexa device. It's got auto motion tracking notifications. It's got panoramic photo navigation, full duplex two-way audio, and a subscription-free storage, which means you can basically put a card into there, and it'll store the audio easily off of that. So that's pretty cool. The other product we've got right here is the C1C. This is a more stationary camera, and you use this maybe pointing towards a door, maybe pointing towards yourself. I don't know. It does full 1080p. And it is also, let's see what else we got here. You can get a 720p and a 1080p version. We're talking like both of these products are around $60. So they do a great job. It does this one does do smart motion detection, full duplex two-way audio, so you can converse with somebody. I've done this on these cameras when I'm away and need to have conversation with the wife or something like that. I'll make sure that she's aware that that's going to happen, and then we'll have that conversation. And of course, it is also subscription-free video storage. Now, the one thing about these cameras, just so you know, first of all, these cameras, they were supplied to me by EZVIZ. I have gotten no sponsorship dollars other than that for this. This is just basically a product to review, and all my review products, basically my review policies, are there, and it basically says I review the product. All opinions are of my own, no editing ability from on your side, and no keyword tagging or anything like that. And yeah, we do an honest review, the best honest review as possible. This is going to be partially unboxing, and of course, since I really haven't used these too much, it's going to be what we first experienced type review, and some people will have some more in-depth reviews as they go. So those are the two cameras. So let's get started. We're going to move this one out of the way, first of all, and then we're going to switch over here. We are going to take one of my favorite tools in the whole wide world. It is the world's smallest screwdriver. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that to open up the box. I usually like to find a seam. I'd be very careful to not jam it in my fingers, and then just kind of break open the seam here. It's just easy to do it that way. And then let's peel it. Let's see, how does this open? Bottom, we got a top. So it looks like a flap. There it is right there. Go in here, and the first thing it says is, "Oh, thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your EZVIZ product. We enjoy the fact that you're using our product. Thank you, thank you, thank you." I'm just elaborating on the thank yous right there, but you get the idea. So it's a nice little card saying, here's how you can find us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, EZVIZ Life. I also use EZVIZ_global because they do more than just home security cameras. I had the first thing I had was a 4K action camera from them. So, all right, first box right here. I don't know what's in this one. Looks like maybe, nope, it's the accessories. The accoutrement, as they say in France. And my French friends are just cringing right now. So we're going to open this up somehow. Little rip action. Got a rip. All right, what do we got here? This looks like a sticker, basically, so it sticks to the surface so you can stick your camera to that. But I'm not 100%. This is the first time I'm looking at it. We've got a US plug, and of course, if you're in the UK, you get a UK plug. If you're in Asia, you get an Asian style plug. However, we got the USB cable. Looks like we've got a micro USB cable in here. No USB-C yet. We've got a plate. And then looks like we got another sticker surface here. So that's pretty much it. Let's throw that out of the way, and that's the first box. Put that out of the way. The second box is right here, and looks like we got a camera. So we'll pull that open, and there's the bottom. So we'll flip it around, and then we'll pull it open. There's the top, and there we are. We got the camera right there. Very straightforward. Get this out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. There we go. So now we've got the film that we got to take off. Ready? Here we go. There we go. Film is off. So let's zoom in a little bit more and let's take a look at what we got right here. So with the camera, and let me just hit this button so it doesn't unfocus. This is the camera right here. It looks like we have I'm guessing that's the microphone right there. So for the two-way communication. On the side here, this is where the SD card goes. And I'm guessing it's going to be an SD card up to 128. Micro SD card, excuse me. Down here, we have the micro USB cable where you can put it in. And, of course, the power button. Power probably reset as well down here. And that's it. As you can see, you can definitely point this in a different way. This kind of reminds me of those chairs that, from the 70s. You could half eggshell chairs that you could kind of lounge into. And some now podcasters have these chairs that you can use for more solitude, which I've sat in before. So what this looks like to be is a plate, and it's got some indentions, but they didn't give you screws for it. So you would basically screw it to the surface like this, and then probably just sticker the bottom here, and then place it right there. Oh, magnetic. Oh, it's a strong magnet. So, yep, there we go. So, never mind. But you could probably stick this to a surface using these stick pads, is my guess. And we're not going to use them. So, but what we are going to do is we're going to plug it in, and we're going to see how it works. Plugged it in, turned it on, looks pretty good from there. Next up, what we do is we find the app, and I want to make sure there are instructions here, which I should pull out, with a quick start guide right here. And with this, I'm guessing that this has got it's got the serial number, it's got the all the stuff on here in the instructions, and it's going to tell us what app it's using. I'm guessing it's going to be the same app as before, my EZVIZ app. So what we'll do is, all right, so now we'll call up there's the EZVIZ app, which is right here, which I'm assuming is going to be that. We are going to add one, and by the way, here's my front door cam. And let's see how we can add one. We'll hit the add button, and it says scan QR code, and that's there's a QR code on the bottom here. There we go. And there it found the device. Okay. And so the device is powered. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. There we go. So it says that the device is powered on, and there it is. So we'll hit okay. So I checked that. Yeah, I have it powered on, so I'll hit next. Power on the device and wait till it starts up completing. And that's basically this flashing blue light. I don't know if you can see that or not. But then I say, yes, it is flashing. We'll hit next. And then it's creating the connection. It might ask me for my Wi-Fi information. And now it says it's configuring. And it says Wi-Fi connected. And
platform registration successful.
There we go. Yay! We've got. So there we are. Wow, this thing really wants to talk to me. Should we have a conversation? Now we can hook this up to our Alexas, and that's through the EZVIZ app. And I believe you have to turn on the device here. So we're viewing the device, and the Cloud Play will view the device here. So now, as you can see, it says I got a free trial. I'm not going to do that though. So we have my front door, and now we have this one right here that shows me, and it's got the sound on. So we got the settings. We can turn the audio on, and we can turn the audio off. Let's see what else we got. We got status lights. I usually turn status lights off. IR lights. It depends on where I set this up. If I want the infrared on or off. Alarm notifications we're disabling for now. Time zone is correct. Daylight savings time. Date format. Wi-Fi is my Wi-Fi. Cloud storage is normal. We can change that to subscribe for recording. And then once I put in a card in, it's going to record for the length of the card and then just overlap the card. That's that one. Good. We got that all connected. Now let's move on. And let's switch over to this one. Let's go ahead and we're going to set this to the side. And we are now going to unbox this one right here, the C6CN. And let's take our world's smallest screwdriver and let's open this puppy up. Are you ready? It's the same box. Now I got two of them. No, I don't. But anyway, okay, so this has got a box within a box. We'll set this over here, put that down there. We'll open this up this way. There we go. I'll show you this view. Inside here, there's the camera. Inside here is the camera. Now this is a little bit more delicate, so because this does move, this will turn this way, and then up and down. Let's pull that out. Got more stuff. We got that same thank you card in the box. We've got the same quick start guide, and it's probably got a different QR code on there, of course. And then we'll bring this down, and we'll set that to the side. We'll even set that out of the way. And in here is, of course, pretty much almost the same things that I'm guessing. Yeah. So this is a mounting guide. So if you're putting it on a ceiling or something like that, you can stick this on and then drill the holes and then put the camera on later. It does have some mounting screws and anchors to that. That's awesome. And this looks like a wall mount, so it looks like it goes in. Yeah, it goes in and clicks, kind of like your smoke alarm, to get it on and off. And then we've got a plug, which I might have to use because I used up all the USB ports with that last one. And then there's one more thing in here. It's kind of stuck back there. Out with you. Oh, okay. There you go. That's the cord. So on the back, it's a little bit different construction, but as you know, that's what you need so you can get in there. So basically, this is what it looks like. It looks like a little dome. Looks like a little robot's head, and it'll turn this way and up and down. Got the small little microphone up front. We've got an Ethernet in the back and a micro USB. Yeah, it does do 2.4 gigahertz, and of course it looks like you can connect this up via Ethernet cable. And this is the cool thing about these is you can use these in many different places, from the roof to the well, not really the roof because these are all indoor, but the let's see, the hallways, the basement. It's got a little red light down here, and then we'll go back to our app. I'm hearing something. A lot of these, yeah, it's starting. As you can see, it's starting to move here. So it takes a couple minutes to boot up, and now it's checking its turnability. So there it goes. It does a half turn and then comes back here, and now
Use EZVIZ app for device Wi-Fi configuration.
So now we're going to go in here and we're going to hit the plus button again. And then the QR code. And once again, we're using the QR code from the device, not from what you see on the thing. And it called that up pretty quick. So it's blue flashing light. We'll say yes. And then the indicator flashes blue. We'll say next. And then off screen so I can put in my Wi-Fi password. And it says, hey, we want to join the network. Yes, join that puppy up. And we'll set that like that. And now we're on the 2.4 gigahertz network. So it should connect up fine at this point.
Wi-Fi connected.
There we go. See that's how easy it should be.
Platform registration successful.
There we go. Yeah.
Configuration complete.
There we go.
Welcome to EZVIZ.
There we go. We have the camera. And we can say, let's view the device. And that's this device right here. And we can do the adjustment on the PTZ. And I'm not sure, let's just do pan. There we go. So now we have the pan tilt option. So now we can move this over the other way. And move it up. And there I am. Yay! Well, that's privacy mode. So with that, now I have completely, I can't see anything. So it's going to turn off the sleep mode. There we go. And then put me right back into frame. That's pretty sweet. You can take a snapshot or record, but unless it's capturing from on the phone. When I hit these, that captures from the phone onto the phone. So we can take a 360 picture. Now it's going through the motions. So basically it takes a picture till it's covered the 360. There we go. This one right here, that is the C6CN camera. I'm going to set that there. So somebody's asking in the chat if the micro USB is what it is. And yeah, you get with a plug. Must have missed that. You get it with the plug, or you can plug it right into a USB thing, and it controls via the app fairly easily. As you can see, I've got my outdoor camera, and then these two cameras are set up just on there, ready to go. So these are the cameras right here. So now you can choose which camera you want. Do you want the still camera? There I am, right there. That's this camera right here. Do I want to do a little PTZ action, which is this camera right here? And as you can see, I have a pretty good network in here, so it's passing by really quick. So I like the response time on here. Of course, once I put in a card, I'll be able to test the functionality of things like capturing events and things like that. So where was the device version is here? Let's see, maybe there might be an update. Yeah, there is an upgrade here. So we'll do a quick upgrade, and while that's upgrading, we'll switch over to the other one. So it's pretty much the same type of information here in the settings. The only difference is this one has a little bit extra functionality with the PT and the ability to take a 360 photo. All right, somebody is asking me in the chat, 1080p, yes, 1080p. Can you switch back and forth? Yeah, I do not see anything that says that I can go from 1080p to 720p and back. So you'll want to make sure that your network can handle that. And keep in mind, when you start putting more cameras onto your network, that can take up some of the bandwidth. Now, this is just recording via the card. So every time I access the app, that's when it's starting to talk over the network. If I plug this in and set this up for a security box, the security box will be recording the events. But the cameras do, a lot of these security cameras do have emergency functionality. When you turn that on, if it starts seeing alerts, it can tell you where to go. It might even text you and say, "Hey, there's a security alert going on right now." And if that's the case, then it does need to talk over the network. So the more cameras you have on the network, the more chance that the security cameras could bog down your network. What I always recommend when it comes to security cameras is to actually get another router. If you don't have a router that can handle multiple Wi-Fi zones, then you can basically get yourself another Wi-Fi router and you plug it into your router, and then you can configure that for all your security cameras so that Wi-Fi router is doing nothing but talking back and forth between your security cameras. Somebody did ask earlier if there was a way to connect this up so I can see it onto a TV. I know that there's a way through, there used to be a way through RTSP. So inside the app, we're in the app a little bit more. We have an album area, which shows some of the stuff that I've already recorded, and that's on the other one. We can share some stuff out. So if you got friends or family that you want them to look on the device from time to time, you can do that. We've got security setup, function settings, so go with security, so we can do Face ID login if we wanted to. Function, that's for the app, by the way, so you don't have to put in a password every time. Device auto upgrade, and we have that disabled. Wi-Fi configuration. We can change the Wi-Fi on this if we want to. AP mode configuration, so I'm guessing that you scan in a QR code and that'll take you through another one. The LAN live view, which you can scan your network and see what's going on there. I'm not going to do that. IFTTT, if this then that, it's a great service. So, okay, when you get an email, your EZVIZ camera senses motion, it'll email you. It will turn on sleep mode when I arrive home. So if you have, let's say you have a camera in the bedroom, which a lot of people don't, but let's say you did. You had to have it for security, or maybe to watch to make sure that when the dogs get up on the bed, which one's ripping up the pillow. I don't know. Then you can use that ability to sleep mode. So when you come home, it just instantly goes into sleep mode, and then turns back into active mode when you leave. So we can hit continue, and I think, yeah, it's gonna connect up to your Amazon. You'll need to put in your email. Oh, that's signing into okay, that's signing into if this then that. That's why that didn't work. So that's it right there. This is the regular C1C, and then of course you have the pan tilt option, which is the C6CN. Both have the ability to record up to 1080p, and you can put it in multiple places, infrared lighting in there. So far looking pretty good. We'll put some SD cards in there and put them into probably one in the studio and one in a spot in the house, so I can check to see what's going on as I go. But that's pretty much it. What are your questions? Do you have any questions? Remember, you can always go over and check with me at Geekazine, Think Magazine, put in a geek. All my socials right there. So you can contact me there, or geekazine@gmail.com. If you have technical issues, I highly suggest that you talk to EZVIZ on those technical issues first. I am not a technical support agent there. I do not work for EZVIZ. Therefore, I don't know all the nuances for this, but I know what EZVIZ cameras can do, so I'm expecting the same functionality to that, but you just watch my Twitter feed, and if I see any problems, I'll let you know there, and just ask me, hey, how's that EZVIZ camera treating you? All right, well, once again, I'd like to thank the folks over at EZVIZ for these device reviews so I can show you how this works, how to set these up. We've got a lot more products that we're going to do, and I'm going to talk about on the live channel. Of course, geekazine.com is where I do all my blogging from, and we can go from there. So until next time, you guys geek out. You've been watching Geek Tech Talk Live with Jeffrey Powers.